Hello, everybody. Welcome to Klaus to the Heart. I am Jason Klaus. Thank you so much for watching the show. We appreciate all of your support week in and week out here around our YouTube channel. And I want to do something a little bit different today. I was looking for something a little bit more upbeat than the last couple of episodes because, you know, especially with the last one, a little bit more aggressive and things of that nature. And I certainly don't want that to be a perceived general format of the show. And I wanted something a little bit more upbeat. I wasn't sure what I wanted to talk about. So I was, scouring through different websites and social media and things of this nature, just trying to find something to shed some positivity about. And the one common thing that you see every single day is that somebody is dealing with some sort of adversity. And, and the different ways that people react to adversity. And, I took to the Facebook page this morning and had posted a question as to what kind of content or subject matter you guys wanted to see on here. And as I just kind of was sitting back waiting to see if there was going to be any kind of response to it, a story came across the radar, and I read it, and it was kind of weird because it was courtesy of a website that I had never even heard of before. But it popped up, and I read the story, and I'm like, holy crap, that's a sign. And I've talked about it before on this show. When you see signs like that, you have to take advantage of it. And that certainly is the case. And I thought, there's the subject for this week's show. So we want to have a little bit of story time this week. And just bear with me. I am not the best storyteller, but if it has a very, very good message, a very powerful message, and I certainly hope it resonates with you like it did with me. This is a story about a man and his teenage daughter. They are having a conversation one day, and the daughter is complaining about how miserable her life is and how difficult things are with her, and how she, seemingly she takes care of one issue or one setback or one roadblock, and another one is right there to take its place, and it's an ongoing thing, and she doesn't understand why she's not getting anywhere in life. The father, who happened to be a chef, takes her into the kitchen, and he pulls out 3 pots, fills the 3 pots with water. In one pot, he puts some potatoes. In the second pot, he puts a couple of eggs. In the third pot, he puts in ground coffee beans. So for the amount of time that these three pots are boiling, he says not one word. The daughter is becoming increasingly agitated, annoyed, impatient, wondering what in the world her father was doing, because again, he was saying nothing. After about the 20-minute mark, he shuts the burners off to all 3 pots, pulls out a couple of bowls and a coffee mug. He takes one potato out, he puts it in one bowl. He takes an egg out of the second pot and lays it in the second bowl. He then grabs a ladle and takes out some of the coffee that was in the third pot and places it into a coffee cup. He asks the daughter a simple question. What do you see? Annoyed, the daughter says, I see a potato, an egg, and coffee. He says, look closer. Touch the potato. She says, it's soft. Right. Now grab that egg and break it. As she picked up the egg and she peeled the shell off, she realized that on the inside, that egg had become hard-boiled. He says, now take a sip of the coffee. The rich aroma brought a smile to her face as she sipped the coffee, and she says, what does this mean? He says it's pretty simple, really. All three of these things, the potato, the egg, and the ground coffee beans, all faced the same adversity. However, each one responded to it differently. The potato, which was initially hard and strong, became soft and weak when exposed to the boiling water. The egg, which had started out to be very fragile with a harder shell to protect the soft inside, had become hard on the inside, and the shell was not nearly as strong as it once was. The ground coffee beans, on the other hand, when exposed to the boiling water, changed its entire environment. So all three of them faced the same adversity. All three of them reacted to them, very differently. So, daughter, in the grand scheme of your life, when you are faced with adversity, what are you going to be? Are you going to become the potato, the egg, or the ground coffee beans? And I thought, man, what an incredible story, and I appreciate a good story. And that one really resonated, and it really got me thinking. Another story that came across my radar just before I started recording this is another one that really gets you thinking, and it's very, very a powerful example, really. Man is at the zoo and he walks past the elephant exhibit. He notices on one of the elephants, a full-grown adult elephant, that there is a simple, regular rope tied to his ankle, and the other end of the rope is tied to a tree. Theoretically, in reality, the elephant, with no effort whatsoever, could simply move his foot and snap that rope where it lays. There are no other barriers, there are no other barricades that are holding this elephant in its area, just this one rope. It astounded the man, and he couldn't understand why this powerful animal could not snap this rope. Instead, he stood there. For as long as he was tied up, he stood there. A little while later, he saw a trainer at the zoo, and he asked the trainer, "What's the deal with the rope? Why is it, why can't that elephant snap that rope?" The man explained to him, the trainer explained to him that the elephant could indeed snap that rope with no effort whatsoever. However, it's the same rope that was used to hold him in place when that elephant was a baby. When the elephant was a baby and he was tied up, he tried with all of his might to break that rope, and he could not do it. Now, as a full-grown adult, that elephant remembers all the struggles that he had when he tried to break that rope, and has conceded to the fact that he could not snap that rope, even though in reality he could. The point is that if you believe in something, and if you're willing to work for it, you can overcome an obstacle. Don't let the fear of past failures take you away and to detour your thought and your motivation to do something that you really want to do. Yeah, you may have failed in the past, but that doesn't mean that there's not another way to go about it, and that doesn't mean that it's something that you can't have. You just got to be willing to work for it. Don't be afraid of what has happened. Focus on what could happen. If you do that, your rate of success in trying to get to where you want to be will probably be a lot better. And you will eventually see the kind of success and the goal that you put your mind towards. With that being said, that is this week's episode of Close to the Heart. We thank you so much for watching. If it's something that you are enjoying, we, of course, invite you to hit the subscribe button. Tell all of your friends. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything of the nature, drop us an email at clawstotheheart@gmail.com, or you can send us a message directly through Facebook. With that being said, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on Claws to the Heart.